Hey, it's Central Valley Real Estate and Home Improvement. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Julia Tadich. Is that pronounced that correct?
Tadich.
Tadich. Tadich. Okay.
Like Tadich's Bar and Grill in San
like
Francisco.
okay, or like Tadich is a stitch, right?
Oh,
kind of, yeah. All right,
okay.
and so we're going to talk about all things real estate in the way of loans, finances, creative finances, beyond creative finances, and beyond that, right?
Well, nowadays, with everything that's going on, people want to fix up their houses, and they're thinking about maybe in the future they're going to want to sell it. Or right now, they just really need a new door, they need solar, they need those things. They need a new kitchen, they need a new bathroom, they need to add on. And so how do we do that?
I'm going to stop right there. Pause. You said solar, and I want to talk about solar for a minute, and we can move forward.
Okay.
There are a gazillion solar companies out there that are willing to sell you solar with all sorts of incentives and this
increase your
and that.
property taxes with HARP.
There's a lot of stuff.
It's bad. It's all
Maybe, just maybe, if you're thinking about going solar, you might want to talk to someone like you that's not in the solar business,
exactly,
but can give you some insight as to how to properly structure that for their home.
Am
I right or wrong?
Save money. To actually have solar on your roof that all you're doing now is just catching that and pay your little bit. It's when you own your own solar system, it's unbelievable the difference.
Yeah, well,
I sell houses where they have solar payments to name a company.
And I've heard that some of those payments go on forever.
Years, 30.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah. So we're not doing that.
And the interest rates can go up. They all have these little caveats inside of their contracts that they can raise the interest rate on those.
Yeah. And
so
that's not casting
crazy
dispersion on the solar companies. We got some great companies here in the valley, but they're not finances.
No.
People.
And the worst thing that happens is people harp. Oh no. It's not harp. It's harp. It's not harp. Where you can actually have the city finance your solar. So do you know what happens? They put that on your property taxes. So this is an example of a live situation. I had a client that had $134 a month in property taxes. After that evil devil of a solar salesman came out and sold her more solar than you can even imagine on her roof, her property taxes went from $134 a month to $514 a month.
And if you live on a budget, that can be kind of a problem.
Huge.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then when you go to sell that house, guess what? The buyer has to qualify for that additional property taxes in their principal, interest taxes, and insurance. But no, it's
that's
terrible.
Not a good thing.
It's bad.
Okay, so Julia, we can move on now from solar. I just wanted to cover that one little bit.
Yeah.
So
thank you for bringing that up.
You've got a whole bunch, I'm going to use that word, of various products for various types of situations.
Right.
That if you're going to think about doing anything with your home, you need to talk to someone like Julia, maybe Julia specifically, before you do anything, before you make any move forward. Get that information up front. Information is power.
Absolutely.
Power gives you the ability to wheel and deal when you get to the other side of the deal.
Exactly. And I know the people that go to, they're not people attached to me. They're businesses that do things like drawing plans, people that do things like put on new roofs and new windows and stuff like that. A lot of times the equity is in your house right now. Right. And it's cheaper for you to refinance and do a cash out purchase, or it's cheap for you to get a renovation loan, much cheaper, and get the money you need for the added value, because it's going to add value to a house.
Let's talk about renovation loans for a minute. So, for our viewers that don't understand exactly what that renovation loan is exactly. I mean, I've got a mortgage, okay? How does this renovation loan work with my mortgage? Where am I at with that?
Okay, the first thing, if you're going to do a renovation loan, what you do, first of all, we're going to figure out what it is you want to do, and then we're going to go get bids from contractors that are going to do the work on your house, whether it's solar, whether it's windows, if it's a kitchen. And once we get those bids from those contractors, then we're going to go get a new appraisal based on what the house is going to be worth after all this work is done.
Mm-hmm.
Because the appraisers are going to go out and look for houses that are similar to your house that have a newer kitchen in it, or newer bathrooms in it, or a
Okay.
newer roof on it. So your house is going to be valued at recent sales in your
Right.
neighborhood with those amenities.
With what you're going to be putting in.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Which will give you the money to do the work that you need.
Well, that's a good thing.
And sometimes it's just a cash out refinance that we can make it work. Or sometimes we're actually going to have to use a renovation loan to make it work. And it just depends on your house and what
It
you're
takes
doing.
someone that knows what to do, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know,
And it's-
because I could conceivably get burnt
Oh.
if I'm not paying attention to
Right.
the type of loan that I'm getting, thinking that, well, you know what? After I've done this remodel, I've got so much extra money out of the loan in the bank, and doesn't that put me ahead of the game?
Yeah.
And it could cost me greatly.
Exactly. And somebody has to really explain to you so you can make a good decision. And I think that knowledge is worth everything. And I think that having somebody explain to you that's going to look at you and go, oh, yeah, you do understand. Or, you know what, you didn't understand that, so let's go back to the beginning. And that's what I find in my business. Sometimes these words and terms and are
There
a
is
little,
a lot of mystery in the world of real estate and finances.
and so I can take advantage of you.
Yes, you can. But you
I
wouldn't do that to me, right?
I will not do that.
There
Absolutely
you go.
not.
But there are some people out there that we're not going to
No.
go any further
I
than
don't
that.
know who
But
they are,
you know,
so.
you want to be with someone, you want to have someone that can advise you based on having more than just a couple years of experience. You have
Right.
more than a
Well,
couple years of experience, right?
Yeah, a lot more, like 30 or more.
Yeah, that was my point. You've got a lot of years, you've got a lot of resources, you've got a lot of products, and she's got a whole list here, and I'm just going to run through this real quick. FHA purchase or refinance, lender paid mortgage, insurance, VA purchase, USDA mortgage, conventional up to 97%, reverse mortgage, renovation purchase, VA renovation purchase, new. Anyway, you get the point. And that's only half
The
of it.
VA has a wonderful option now where you can buy a house and put $50,000 in renovation on the house when you're buying the house.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it used to be, the house had to be, and it
Perfect.
wasn't a bad thing in a sense, but if your house didn't have everything right up to snuff, basically perfect, the VA wouldn't lend on it.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore.
They have renovation loans now.
Whoa.
And so the vet can buy the house, move into it, and the money will be kept into escrow or an escrow account when the contractor's doing the work. So that's new. That's brand.
great.
It's been a couple months old.
That
It's
is-
terrific.
That's awesome.
Then
that
also I
opens
do
up-
the FHA renovation loans also.
Yeah.
But the VA renovation loan is a great option because you
Whoa.
can do 100% financing.
Whoa.
So you can buy a house for $150,000 and put $50,000 in renovation and get a $200,000 loan. That's a heck of a deal.
That's a heck,
100%
yeah.
financing.
Wow.
Yeah,
And with the upgrades included.
right, exactly.
Awesome.
Can remodel the kitchen,
Yeah.
bathrooms, and everything.
Make me want to go back and rejoin
Yeah.
the military.
Yeah.
Well, I've already done it once. I think
No,
I
you
quit.
have
Yeah.
your VA.
I-
That didn't go
yeah.
away.
No, and that's another thing. Oh, now CalVets go away. The CalVet loan goes away after a certain number of years, but your VA loan stays with you as long as you don't use it and give it up.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Oh, really?
If you have a VA loan
Yeah.
and you sell your house
Yeah.
and the VA loan's paid off,
Uh-huh.
you can use it again.
Well, yeah. But if you let someone assume your loan,
Oh,
okay,
yes.
that's what I mean. You lose your loan.
But
Yeah.
if you let somebody assume your VA loan
Mm-hmm.
or you get foreclosed on your VA loan,
Mm-hmm.
you still may have eligibility.
Really?
Absolutely.
See, now,
I do
if
loans
I-
for people
If
who
I didn't
had.
have someone with the depth and breadth of knowledge that you have, I would have never known
And
that.
the nice thing is, I've done all of this stuff. This
Really?
isn't something that I'm just making up yesterday.
So it's not a first-time deal?
No,
Oh,
no. I have experience in all of these things.
that's great.
So,
So if I wanted to maybe utilize that experience, how the heck do I get a hold of you, Julie?
call me.
How do I call you?
977-3583.
977-3583. Rings right there. And
And I always answer my phone. Always. Yep.
you're better than I am.
Yep.
You got a webpage?
ClovisFirst.com. That's CLOVIS, the numeral 1 ST.com.
.com. Clovis First. I think that'll slide across on the screen here in just a second.
You can.
And we got a Facebook page too.
Yes, I do actually.
Uh-huh.
Couple actually. I have Fresno Home Savers Facebook, and then Julia Tadich.
Your webpage will get us older, seasoned citizens, but if you want to, those millennials.
Well, they're just people like you and me. We call them that, but I have daughters, and they're like that. They're millennials, but it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
No, I learned stuff
Maybe
from them.
I should reevaluate my grandkids.
I have to be good at all this technology
well, that's great.
in this business anyway. And I remember when I got in this business before fax machines, and I'll never forget that.
Wow.
And then emails. I did not like email at all.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to learn to get better at email.
Yeah.
And it's just constantly learning.
That's what grandkids are for, is to teach us how to use those things.
Well, and daughters that are professionals
there you
in
go.
their businesses, and so it's just constant.
Listen, Julia, I want to thank you for being back with us today.
Okay.
You come on back, we'll talk about some more stuff.
I will. Thank you.
There's a whole bunch of stuff on this list that I didn't name, and it's really good stuff, so we'll talk about that again.
Thank you, Steve. It's
You're
really
welcome.
nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
I'm going to go
Take care.
to jiu-jitsu now.
I'll see you when we come back.
Hopefully, I'm going to do that.